Hey everyone, and welcome back to Classic Comics. So today I am reviewing Crime Syndicate number 2. Now again, this is written by Andy Schmidt, with art by Kieran McCown. Now, Earth 3 has been invaded by Starro, and at the end of last issue, Starro took control of Ultraman. Now here we see Owlman gets attacked by some of the drones, or I don't know what the right word would be for them. But he manages to capture one of them. Meanwhile, at the White House on this Earth, Superwoman and this world's Oliver Queen, who is the President of the United States, they're fighting off some of the other Starro drones. Then Ultraman arrives. He wants, or rather Starro wants, Superwoman. Then they get into a fight. Meanwhile, in Gotham, Owlman has captured one of the specimens. He takes it back to his lair to study it. Ultraman and Superwoman fly up into space. They smash a satellite. She gets her lasso around Ultraman, hurls him back down to Earth. As he studies the Starro duplicate, Owlman realizes that the creature has some sort of mind control ability, and he notices that these creatures are only appearing in cities that have metahumans, so he theorizes that they're after metahumans for some reason. Oh, but he also notices that they're avoiding Coast City, even though this world's Green Lantern, Power Ring, he's there. And so he speculates that maybe they're afraid of Power Ring's abilities. And apparently he has a power battery somehow. Apparently the previous Power Ring for this Earth is dead, and he's got the guy's power battery somehow, which I guess was that world's Hal Jordan. Superwoman and Ultraman, they come back down to Earth to continue their fight. And then there are these other controlled metas who I think are supposed to be Black Lightning and Black Canary and someone else. I'm not even sure who that is. And then this world's Flash, Johnny Quick, shows up, and he's also controlled. And then something causes the Starro duplicates to die, and Power Ring, who is John Stewart, he has shown up, and he skewers like the mother creature with this giant sword, which frees Ultraman and the other metahumans who were enslaved. But then someone starts talking to him through his ring, and then who warns him that there are other metahumans coming for him. And then we see these others, which are, I think this is Firestorm, Dr. Fate. I think, there's like Hawkman or Hawkgirl here. We got some members of the Doom Patrol. I think this is Negative Woman, and I think that's maybe Elastigirl, and some others I'm not sure about. So he arrives down on the ground with them, and then the person speaking to him through his ring, it turns out, is Owlman, who is using the power battery to communicate with his ring somehow, I guess. And he says, I'm the man with the plan. So I guess he has a plan. So, overall, the main problem I have with this is just the storytelling isn't very good. Again, a bunch of metahumans show up here, but then we don't see him again. Now, in here we see here we see Ultraman looking up into the sky, some which I guess is supposed to be the same beings, but I don't know. And again, you've got these other metahumans who we haven't even seen before, who are there in the background, but we're not really told who they are either. They're just sort of there. It just seems kind of, I don't know, the storytelling just seems kind of sloppy, kind of lazy. And the fight between Ultraman and Superwoman, which is sort of supposed to be the highlight of this issue, I guess, because that's what's on the cover. I mean, it's okay, but it's not exciting or engaging in any way. Again, it just feels kind of, I don't know, just kind of by the numbers. And then there's this 4-page backup story with art by Brian Hitch, which it seems odd for a artist of Brian Hitch's stature to be doing a little 4-page backup. But anyway, I mean, the art is good, but this kind of retells Owlman's origin. And what we learn is, of course, the Waynes were shot and killed on this earth, but so was their son Bruce. Now, in this world, Bruce had a younger brother, and that's who Owlman is. And he did a similar thing, he dedicated himself to becoming, the greatest fighter and the greatest tactician and all that. And he was attacked by an owl, which inspired him to become Owlman. And he started hunting down and going after criminals. And then he's finally hunted down the man who killed his parents, which in this earth, it's Harvey Bullock. And he says, I'm bringing you to justice. You're going to pay for the murder of the Waynes. Then he reveals who he is, that he's the Wayne's son. And then Bullock tells him the truth, which is, he says, didn't you know your parents worked for organized crime? They were dirty. And in this world, Jim Gordon was a mob boss. And they were part of his mob family, but they turned on Gordon, and they actually killed Gordon's son. So that's why they were murdered, as retaliation. And when he learns this, it kind of sends him off the deep end, and he just lets Bullock fall and die. And I guess that's how he kind of became the person he is now. It's actually pretty good. I mean, considering, it's Brian Hitch's art, which is good, and considering the amount of story we get in these 4 pages, it's actually pretty impressive. I wish the main story had the storytelling that the backup had, which is odd because they're both by Eric Schmidt. They're the same writer. But in any case, I'll give this issue a slight thumbs up. There's just enough going on in this story to keep me engaged, but if it doesn't improve in the next issue or two, I don't know. I may just drop this title. So, let me know what you thought of this issue in the comments. And if you would, please like this video, and also please sub to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.